Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of get one here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me, one more time.
Right.
We good now?
You stole Friday After Next, the one I was in.
You stole the show in Friday After Next.
Yeah.
This man told you he had Katt Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike.
Wait.
And Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus.
And somebody said, no, we want you to play Mike. The thieving
Money
ass
Mike.
Santa Claus.
Right, and then
because Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Right.
Now three quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home.
Friday After Next come out, I get my kids, where we going? We're going to the movies. We're going to see Friday After Next.
Right.
But they didn't know I was in the theater.
He wasn't even at the premiere. Somebody in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and what?
And then, and they switched it over.
Right.
Because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie. Everything that Money Mike said, Katt Williams wrote. So what Rickey Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them.
You know, said he wrote his role, which, I mean, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Katt was so dope in the movie. You know, Money Mike had a small role, not as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we started filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role, giving him more to do because he was on point. But we shoot the script. Once we get what we need from the script, we let the comedians ad-lib, riff, play with the words, do their thing, you know.
200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me.
When I auditioned for Money Mike.
Right.
You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days?
Did my role like in 4 days.
Right.
They shot all my stuff in 4 days.
The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Rickey Smiley was okay with.
You know, so when I went in there to audition, I'm at the toilet. When Katt Williams went to use the bathroom, that's the line I had to use to audition.
Don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steven Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then. He was so egregious. Put in my contract that I won't work with Rickey Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Rickey Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday?
Big movie, then I end up doing First Sunday.
Yep.
Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
This is not even my church. I saw this on MySpace. All the parents that keep bringing their babies down here to get baptized without giving them a hot bath.
Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life.
You know, for me, I can only speak for my journey. Once I put the dress on and I had that fire was put out.
Yeah.
And I only did it one time. So imagine doing it 3 times, 4 times. But then Tyler Perry did, he got stronger. I don't know the rules.
Tyler Perry, because I know we all thought the same thing. When Tyler Perry take them clothes off, take that wig off, take that dress off, the characters that he played aren't nearly as strong as the character that he played when he plays Madea. Madea is a star. Tyler Perry without Madea, it's like, did you forget how to act? Did you lose your ability to be a star in front of this camera when you take that dress off?
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life.
I'm a hot bath.
Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke?
But Katt say you stole one of his jokes. Yeah.
He said it don't line up.
Even talking about don't even match up with no timelines.
How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Doesn't line up. This is a televised joke.
Feels that someone else has stolen some of your material? Oh, that's a part of this business. Right.
Katt called me from the theater, right? Okay. He was like, I'm gonna kill that nigga Cedric. I said, why? He said, nigga, I'm at the theater right now, and the nigga is doing my joke. I'm like, nigga, you bullshit. I said, the joke when you in the car, and the music's so loud that you can't hear the engine turn off. He said, nigga, yes, that's it. I said, Katt. He said, now I'm going to the improv. I think I'm going to kill that thing. He said, Katt, listen to me. I said, listen careful. That's a blessing. I said, everybody gonna know who you is. That nigga Cedric finna put you on. He probably finna get you some money. Humble that, take that. It ain't like he stole it. It's like they're embracing you. So that's you. I don't think so. I said, nigga, you young, dude. We finna be on. I looked at from that point, right? Katt, like, nigga, I'm glad you feel that way, nigga, because he's storing your shit too.
That's crazy.
That question is by telling the Bomb-initious story. It's a true story. See, there was this white family lived in Mississippi, and they had this man who worked for them occasionally named Bomb-initious. Now, he did various small jobs for them on and off for about a week. One night, he had just finished bartending a party, and the lady of the house realized that she didn't have any money. So she said to him, Bomb-initious, I want to write you a check, but I don't know how to spell Bomb-initious. And he said, well, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. See, when I came to work for you, I told you my name, and then I said, but you can call me by my initials.
Everybody around here call me Bomb-initious. It's fine. You call me that. Don't even worry about it. Everybody call me Bomb-initious. Everybody call you Bomb-initious. Yeah, everybody in the whole city call me Bomb-initious. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. You call me that. Don't even worry about it. Bomb-initious. This is what everybody call. Yeah, everybody call me that, man. Don't worry about it. I'm like, all right. So all week long, my ass talking about Bomb-initious. What up, boy? Hey, Bomb-initious, you gonna run around, come over and watch the game with us later on? Hey, Bomb-initious, run to the store, grab some beer, come on back. My cousin said, what you calling him? Bomb-initious. He said, everybody call him Bomb-initious. It's all right for me to call him that. Like, nah, man, his name's CJ. He's saying you could call me by my initials. That's what he's saying.
These dudes lie. Cedric's sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach.
This is some internet shit, and that's all I can say. So, you know.
Sitting over here, why I'm not a movie star. What? Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just caught a stray.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0.
Okay, but seriously, if you look at your career, have you done better with stand-up or acting?
I have, it's almost time to retire.
Okay.
So I don't make any money.
If you sign up for their program, you get a light skin, weird face wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. Dude said the entire time we're filming, I can't play this role. They got a bandana over my nose and my mouth. My family not even gonna know who this is.
House, eating a big ass sandwich and shit. Nigga, I'm Santa Claus. What the fuck the milk and cookies? Santa Claus.
Because remember, Rickey Smiley sat right here and told you a story about how he performed with Mike Epps and Katt Williams when he did Comic View, and to let him tell it, he was funnier than both. My name Luda. You're talking about the special needs. That's good.
That's a different time.
That's some clever material.
That was a different time, Katt.
No, it wasn't. It was the time I was there.
But I'm saying
that time, this time, same times.
No, but I'm
some love. He coming out to say his Easter speech, and don't laugh at him because you know he retarded. Y'all give it up one time for Lil Darryl. Give it. My name Lil Darryl. My name Lil Darryl. Leave me alone.
Competition is a driving force. And I don't require anybody to be better. Who am I? I just require if you're a loser and you've taken shortcuts at every chance, and you've made sure that you didn't put anybody on that really had a work ethic and was a God-fearing person, and you helped it. If that was never you, then don't act like that's you. Don't get out here now that you don't do stand-up and start acting like, oh, you're not sure why you don't do stand-up no more. I heard you got run off. You better be careful. The nigga that run you off gonna show up and he gonna tell everybody. Man, what you gonna be able to say? Nothing.
When Katt has come to be the Katt that we know him, Steve was having trouble selling tickets in Detroit. They added Katt to the show and turned it into Katt versus Steve Harvey show. And Katt went out and just ripped a hole in Steve's ass. So that's Katt's side of stuff. Yeah, basically that's how it was.
Please give it up for Steve Harvey one time. Give it up for Steve Harvey. He's an excellent comedian. One of the finest we've ever had. But he don't want no parts of this in any way, shape, form, or fashion. This is some other shit. I don't know why he came out here with all this money y'all spent on them motherfucking tickets and talked about a lady in the audience for 15 goddamn minutes. That nigga should have talked about me the way I've been and talked about his bitch man. I'm the wrong nigga to fucking win my tour championship, my nigga. You did. You did. Yeah. You see that nigga had to take off that lace front high top fade before he came out here to
I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
I'll tell you one dude that has never, ever, ever changed. Y'all have heard me say this before, is Bernie Mac. Love Bernie Mac. And Bernie, the stuff that he said, Katt Williams said about Steve Harvey calling to try to get Bernie's role on Oceans and that kind of stuff, Bernie told me out of his own mouth. And Bernie, I've known Bernie. Like I said, we did Who's the Man in like 91 to 92. The movie came out in 93. Okay? I met Bernie during the taping of Def Comedy Jam. And I went and said, we need Bernie Mac in this movie. Bernie Mac has never fronted on me. Bernie Mac has never lied to me. I believe Bernie Mac when he say Steve Harvey hated on him.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had.
Or no Halloween costumes. Hey, kids, please. Mama sent us down to the liquor store, put boxes on us. We didn't know what we were.
I don't know what we are. I don't know. She didn't tell us. I think we UPS, I guess. I don't know.
You've heard me say that every Halloween I had the same outfit on. Every year. I just had a brown box. I wasn't nothing sad. I asked my father, could I have a new outfit? And he said, no, just wear the same one. And it was just a brown box. And he just told me to tell everybody I was a UPS man.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me about
never
this.
said thank you.
So what's up with you and Steve, man?
Ain't nothing with me. Well, Steve stole my material on his show, so I had a beef on that.
On what show?
When he was on the bullshit talk show he had, and he did all my Halloween material one Halloween. I'm watching. Somebody called me and said, "Man, homeboy doing your material." So he did my whole Halloween run. And I know he didn't think of it. You know, this is true stuff that really happened to me. And so my thing is, you don't have to do that, homeboy.
Right.
So, you know, motherfucker, you made enough money, bitch ass. You know,
Wow.
You made enough money. You did enough. You know what? Why are you on my material?
Right.
You know, what's that about? You know, and then, you know, people want to jump up. Oh, he didn't know. He didn't steal your. So yes, he did.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so you know. And so that there's no need to do, no one else has did that.
So this was on his talk show. Which talk was his TV talk show?
His TV talk show.
Okay, this was the one he had on NBC just recently.
Whatever.
To you, right?
I'm gonna step to you.
You ever step to him?
Yeah, step to him.
What'd you say to him?
Well, yeah, tell us about that.
Ask him.
Okay, I will.
Was that the first time that had ever happened to you?
No.
No, okay.
Motherfucker,
What
I stepped
irritated
to
you
you.
so much about Steve doing it then?
Because he made it. He's there. He's on national
no
TV.
need.
You paid. You did your thing. You try to either you fucking with me or you disrespecting me or you know I don't understand that. You taking food out of my money, you know, you taking whatever. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
food out your mouth.
That's
I get it.
plagiarism.
Right.
Wow.
So I mean, so we got.
Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business, and it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good Obukabe and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none.
Cat is hot. Please put your hands together for Katt Williams.
Saying you are not supposed to be at the gas station making life decisions.
Can't even pump gas like you used to no more.
If you put $15 in your tank, you had time to bond with your vehicle. You had time to put the nozzle in and
put the nozzle in there and hit it.
Set the clicker and look through your car and clean off the dashboard. And
be sitting there talking, be on your phone. Hey, what's happening? Be walking around, cleaning the windshield.
Run in the store and get some Pringles and a Snapper, and it'll still be pumping.
Okay, you go in there, bring me a wine cooler. Bring me a cooler, dog. Not no more.
You can't even turn around good for that son of a bitch click. As soon as you put it in, just click, click.
Get in there and start it up, and you can't believe that damn needle is a quarter tank of gas.
You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there.
I don't know, Katt. We might not let you drink anymore the way I mean, we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip. Less than you. This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made... All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show.
Kevin Hart just appeared in L.A. all of a sudden. We all kind of knew him, but we didn't know him. And then all of a sudden, this motherfucker had 2 TV shows and a movie. Like, right. How did that happen? Like, Kevin Hart is such a mystery in black comedy to black comedians because we don't know how he came up. Like, he just came to LA and then he was the nigga. Like, right. Like, how did that happen?
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Comedy king Judd Apatow tapped Kevin to play a part in the comedy series Undeclared, and with this credit and contact under his belt, Hollywood was no longer a world away. Soon Kevin was led parts in feature films like Scary Movie, 40-Year-Old Virgin, and Soul Plane. He even got his own ABC sitcom called The Big House.
He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharpe got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built. So all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo! Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no, no, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. That's what these comics understand, is that I'm not doing nothing for clout. I don't even recognize clout. But eventually the Lord is going to let me and you be in one hallway. A lot of these dudes go, Kevin Hart done went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building ever in 25 years. Like, it's like that. Why? Why?
Yes.
Because I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence of anything. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought. I have far less play in me than you would like.
Will there ever be another Comic View, Def Comedy Jam? Could that, in today, in 24, 25, 26, could we see that again?
They've already announced it. It's already going. You didn't know?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Kevin Hart purchased it, so he's now doing Comic View. That happened at the same time that they gave DC Young Fly Hollywood Squares. Where? Yeah, because they tell you that there's no gatekeepers, but we keep seeing the same people open the gate. Didn't Kevin open the gate and let Tiffany in? Ain't he now opening it up for... Don't such and such open the gate for... What do you mean ain't no gatekeepers? There's 100 gates out here.
Would you?
Everyone I've seen got a keeper.
Would you have wanted to do Comic View or Def Comedy Jam? Would you have wanted to be?
I think we just mentioned I did them both.
No, I'm saying he purchased the rights and refranchise it.
Nope. They didn't offer it to me anyway. Like, Comic View did a couple disservices to comedy as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there were people like me that were out there getting 2 and 3 standing ovations in one set. And that wasn't good for television. So what they did was they started making everybody get a standing ovation. So they would tell the audience, when they get off stage, everybody get up and cheer. And so now the fact that I'm the only one out there going to get standing ovations is now making people think everybody get a standing ovation. And that's not how comedy is. So I understood why that couldn't go anymore. Kevin told you he wasn't going to wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you?
I was actually one of those comedians that said, no, I wouldn't wear a dress. There's no way I would wear a dress. And then when proposed with the opportunity of what I felt was funny, I said, oh, that's funny, I'm gonna do it. It's all about choice. You know, nobody makes you do anything. And on Saturday Night Live, you know, it was a choice that I made.
Hey, man, hey, dude, get up. What are you doing, man? Get your hands up. All right.
You know what they're going to do to you in jail?
Why am I going to jail?
Let me show you. This is going to happen to your little ass in jail.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened, it's untrue, and there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Rickey Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't 3 random guys. The way that Rickey Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? 'Cause he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him.
What is he talking about? He's lying. I mean, but I don't address that. You know what I mean?
Earthquake. Come on, brother. If you wanted to make Katt out to be a liar,
All you had to do is whip out a book and read a few lines. That's all you had to do.
One fish, two fish, red fish. I love earthquakes, but I know when I heard that, I'm like, oh, now I need this nigga. I need him to read something. I need to see. It could be anything. You responding to cat, read the cat in the hand. One fish, two fish, red fish.
Like all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets, and this is the age of truth, and the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. You're trying to create a character. You can't just be Faison in every movie. Like, you're just gonna take your shirt off on every movie? Like, why does it say that in your script?
Man, I was just chilling, man. I was like, the cop gonna come up, pull behind me, had the lights and everything.
Let Big Worm breathe. But you gotta admit the role that he played, Big Perm in Friday now, you gotta give him credit for the role now. Come on now.
If what you're saying is correct, why wasn't he in next Friday or Friday after next?
I mean, his role,
it wasn't good.
What you want?
What you got?
Boy, what the fuck you want?
Give me some chili Fritos.
No, look, I've had Cube, I've talked to Cube, and a lot of people say Cube doesn't pay. What's your relationship with Cube, and what did that opportunity mean for you?
Well, the ungrateful bastards that would say anything about Cube's payment.
No, I think Ice Cube kind of got a little mad at you because I guess you came out and said that you only made $2,500 for doing Friday?
No, he didn't get mad. That was the truth. I said that 2 years ago. They asked me to do the other one, and I was like, they gave me double. I think it was $5,000. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
It was just a small movie. We filmed it in 20 days, and I didn't get, about $10,000 for it or whatever. I didn't care. I wanted.
Well, I made enough to get them teeth fixed just like you did.
Yeah.
So it was no. We miss John Witherspoon in a way that can't really be quantified, if I'm being honest with you. And the Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey.
And I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole bunch of dignitary people. We was with a delegation. And yeah, I met him, and you don't know people, what they do in their private lives, so.
You didn't never go to that island, did you?
No. I don't know where that thing at. No. I don't think. Hey, we was going to Africa to save lives.
Chris Tucker didn't want to be the poster child for smoking weed. He don't smoke weed like that.
Right.
He in the church.
6 or 97. He's Chris, we want to do another Fridays, man. And I was just like, nah, I don't want to do another Fridays. I want to do like Eddie Murphy and them did. I want to do Money Talks. I did Money Talks, and then eventually did Rush Hour. I said, I don't want to do another. And he said, what? You sure? I was like, nah, I don't want to do another. This is why I didn't do the second one, because of the weed. Because I said, man, that movie became a phenomenon. I don't want everybody smoking weed. And I never really told people this because I kind of forgot about it. But it was one of the reasons why I didn't do it, because I said, I don't want to represent, everybody smoking weed. I kind of made it more personal than a movie.
Michael Jackson's best friend, Christmas. Michael Jackson called him Christmas. You ever met a man that gave you a little nickname like that?
No.
Me neither.
I'd ask you about this. You hang out with Michael Jackson.
He called me sometimes to check up on me, see how I'm doing. He's like, how you doing, Chris? And when he really missed me, he called me Christmas. Hey, Christmas, how are you?
He calls you Christmas?
He called me Chris. It felt good. At first, I was like, why you call me? But then it started sounding good. I was like, say that again, Mike. He's like,
That's why you find the Church of God in Christ allowing Chris Tucker and others to do a comedy skit.
That's right.
Somebody just gave me a beautiful gift backstage. Look at this chain. I just got it. Let me come down here and show y'all this chain. Now, don't get broke during Christmas time. I told you what to get people what they need. Don't get broke, because I know you got bills and stuff. If you got bills, don't worry about bill collectors. Tell bill collectors like I tell them. I say, look, people owe me too, okay?
Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it. Yeah. That's how Diddy be feeling.
I'm a savage! Oh! Whatever I want, I have to get!
can do anything.
TD Jakes over there with P-Diddy. Like,
Oh,
they don't-
man, come on, Katt.
So-called modern church going fakers.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You look just like the sinner. You act just like the sinner.
That's right.
And you think just like the sinner.
That's right. That's right.
That's why you find TD Jakes hanging out with Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, dude.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Puppy. Happy birthday to you. We love you, man. Six miles. Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret and let the world know I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where...
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need to know. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
What happened was, I'm following Puff, and his parties were like amazing. We were in Philly one day. I fly to Philly, town car, same business, go up. But Puff say, this party, Playboy, this party right here, I see $1.5 million. I said, nigga, what? But we also started doing this thing called New Music Hour. So any person that came to the house that had a song or could do stand-up with it, you could perform. No one was allowed to boo or nothing like that. Women showed up to the party at 3 in the afternoon. Bus pulled up, 30 girls get out. Bus pull up, 40 girls get out. By the time he got there, 2,500 people counted. And they got 300 bottles of Syrah. It's crazy. We do that till about 4 in the morning.
Right.
Most people leave. We got 200 people left, 200 or 300 people left. I got a pianist to come around 3 in the morning, played all the music unplugged, rapped his music unplugged. New Music Hour at that time. We sat and we listened to other rappers rap and other people try to get their thing on. They go to like 6 in the morning.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I've been to a couple Diddy parties. Now, I'm risking a lot by saying this because I know as soon as I say that, all the assumptions are gonna come in and and if I don't say evil things were taking place, then I'm covering for them. And if I do say evil things were taking place, then I'm one of them ones like, yeah, Lecrae, expose it, you know what I'm saying? And I've been to lots of parties. I've been to Jamie Foxx, I've been with Snoop, T.I., like I've been to lots of places. Here's what I'll say. There are people who will test you. There are people who will see how far your limits are. And if you're willing to take a step, then they'll take 2. Side of the coin is, yes, if I'm a human, so I'm frail, I'm gonna be honest with you. There was moments for me of like, oh my gosh, I'm here, I'm part of the crew, like, look at me. Yes, I struggle with acceptance and wanting to be associated with greatness. And I got caught up in some of that nonsense internally, but you would have never known that. What I will say is that one particular party, lots of big names, there was an artist there who said, hey, Lecrae, around 1 a.m., make sure you're not here. And I was like, what? You just don't want to be here at 1 in the morning. And I was like, Now, my pride kicked in like, yo, you don't know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can handle myself. Like, I'm not some little church boy who ain't never seen nothing. Like, I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you talking about? Well, it's probably 12:30. I'm downstairs. I go downstairs to the studio. I come up out the studio. And I'm headed back upstairs to like the main area where everyone's kind of congregating and hanging out. And the music changed. It was like really hard and heavy at first. And then, you know, like jam and dancing music. And it was a little softer. You know, it was a little more sensual when I came out the studio and started going upstairs. And on my way upstairs, there's like this couch. I won't say how the couch is designed because then that may give away whose party and whose house this was. There was a couch, and on the couch, I saw a couple of guys really going at it hard and heavy. And man, and I was like, oh, you know, my brain, I'm thinking, well, you know, the celebrity party, people do what they do. As I started moving upstairs, I passed them up and I noticed that it wasn't just those two guys. It was more and more people just going at it. I was like, okay, it's time for me to roll. I'm going to grab my stuff and I'm going to get up out of here. I did not know that's how this went down. So was that shocking? Absolutely.
Diddy has been making the rounds with however many ladies as he can, yet it hasn't halted the reports about his clashing sexuality. 25-year-old Jay Versace has quite recently added to the tales with claims that while visiting Diddy at his home months prior, the rapper bent him over on his monster outside bed, guaranteeing that Jay's vague remarks affirms Diddy's secret gay exercises. Jay Versace is an American social media personality who is known for his comedic content and as being the funniest teenager on the internet. When he was at the peak of his fame, Diddy invited him over to his Los Angeles mansion for a party. A gathering of some female TikTokers posted a throwback pic showing them playing on Diddy's outdoor bed. That's when Jay crept into the comments and made a few touchy charges towards Diddy, revealing Diddy had him bent over on the bed. Jay did not explain the circumstances around him being folded over with Diddy.
Like, all my enemies all look the same in the eyes, whether it's Faison, Wanda, Aries, Spears, they all look like...
Man, I remember on the radio, you went on a radio interview. If I'm not mistaken, that's in Atlanta.
Right.
And you came on there with seemingly good intentions. And she attacked you.
It wasn't just that part. It was the fact that before I go in there, she has a conversation about, okay, now, I just want to talk to you because you just won an Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on. Right. Okay. And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail.
You're good at telling us about what's going on in jail.
Not the right one at Jones though.
Get this inmate out of here. And you're big
Turn
in
it
prison.
down.
And you're
Yes,
big in
ma'am.
prison.
I've never been to prison.
You have
19
several
felonies,
times.
no convictions.
Yeah,
Knock it off. Prison and jail aren't the same. No.
Okay,
No.
Calm
No.
down.
No cases. We ain't gonna talk about none of that. Right. And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way.
I said what they like.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I said what do they like?
Just because you're a poor interviewer doesn't mean. Never gonna say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line. Only one of us has $12 worth of jewelry on. Shout outs to Forever 21 necklace collection. They tried to kill me this same weekend. Not in jokes, with a real gun in my real face on real camera. Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job. Like, it's two comedians, what do you mean?
That she said it was going to be very professional. Oh, you won an Emmy, congratulations, you put the city on, you own for the city, yada, yada, yada. And now, did she mention anything about the Emmy on camera?
I believe you saw the video and you know. If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me down.
Whatever, little mama.
If your cholesterol is 600.
Whatever, little mama.
I'm little mama's baby daddy.
No, you...
Weight class.
Is that what you wanted to do?
No.
That she was out of her league when it came to... Because
I didn't want to do any of it.
I know you didn't want to,
do any
but once she took it there, did you feel that you had to go there? Oh, you
go where?
You could have said, Wanda, I didn't come here for that. I just want to do the interview. I just want to talk about what happened.
Oh, you misunderstand my job. My job is to be funny. My job is to be funny first.
On Friday, we had an interview with comedian Red Grant. And up until Friday morning, that was the plan. Comedian Red Grant would come in and do an interview promoting his appearance at the Atlanta Comedy Theater with Wanda over the weekend, but with Wanda specifically on Saturday. Right before Red Grant came into our studio, we got the call that Katt Williams was coming with him.
Right.
Katt Williams was not supposed to be interviewed.
Right.
You know, he didn't come for the interview. The interview was with Red Grant. But Wanda and I wanted to try to get Katt Williams to come on the air. So that everybody knows, he was very reluctant at first to come on the air.
Right.
Wanda had gone out to talk to him first to invite him on the air. He was like, no, I'm not going to come on the air. I tried to get him to at least come inside the studio. Katt Williams didn't want to come in the studio. But eventually he kind of relaxed, warmed up, and after some coaxing, he came in the studio and sat down.
So, you know, once he got in, I was excited to really have him in this studio, to be honest with you. And I felt like as he started to talk in the beginning, he had an agenda, like to attack me. And I kept feeling some type of way. And I'm like,
did you feel the tension in the room before he even started talking?
I felt the tension. I did. And then I said, okay, where's this going?
Hi, Frank. I need to make this comment. In my opinion, Wanda's playing victim.
Okay.
We were either listening Friday morning or since then have seen the video. Wanda started that whole negative exchange when she came for his hair, his clothes. Wanda is always clowning people for fun in the name of comedy. Katt Williams clowned her in the name of fun, in the name of comedy. It's like you can give it, but you can't take it. You know, Katt Williams did what Katt Williams does, and he clowned her.
And I was okay with that. I wasn't upset, you know, that he clowned me, which I said that's not my thing. I don't go back and forth, you know, kind of like the wilding out thing. I don't know how to do that, the joning and that kind of thing. And I think, you know, and if I could go back with you just a little bit, remember it all started when we started talking about the food part. And he said, what do you cook? And I said, he said, no, it started when I said, you know, do you cook for your boys?
It started with the hair, when you guys went back and forth with the hair. And to me, it looked like two comedians.
Right. And he was talking about my wig. And remember, we both did it.
Right. You both did it. And it was two comedians engaged in comedic banter.
Right.
But from looking at it on air, your demeanor changed, and it looked like you took it personal and got mad. It shouldn't have gone as far as it did, but to me it was funny.
Okay, but I got you, and I received that. I received
gun violence, or even the threat of gun violence, that is so petty and so unnecessary. We've got to do better.
Thank you. Right, and so, you know, I know a lot of people were. It was just so many comments, you know, and you know. People like, well, how did you feel about, you know, Frank sitting there? You know, a lot of comments were that you were laughing, and, you know, I was sitting here, and honestly, to be honest with you, Frank, like it caught me totally off guard. And after it went on for a while, I did wanted it to end. And I know you're the person things off. All right, man, it's time to go. It's time. And that never happened.
No, that did happen.
What you said, you did say.
I tried to go to break like 3 times.
We going to a break real quick?
Very
All right,
proud.
cool. We go to a break.
Shout outs to Forever 21 Necklace Collection.
Honestly, truly, what happened with you and Katt is not new.
Right.
You and Sophia have done it. Other people have done it. We've had that conversation. We've gone past the bumper. We've done that before. I'm not gonna get on this radio and take the role as the comedian. That's not my job. But when I see 2 comedians going at it, that's the way I looked at it. It was funny. It was 2 comedians going back and forth. Yes, Katt got the best of it, but there have been times where you've gotten the best of it.
And
I don't cut you off, and I don't cut other people off. So I'm not about to be on the radio and be fake. Like, okay, we just gonna cut it off because, you know, I just didn't feel that way. I thought that's what you wanted, and I think that in the end, when we had a chance to look at it afterwards, then people are making those comments like, why didn't you stop it? And I think it's people playing Monday morning quarterback, because in the heat of the moment, that's not what we do.
Katt didn't even want to go upstairs. He said, I'll just walk up there. He's sitting in the green room with me. Wanda Smith comes in there and she speaks to me with love and happiness like she always does. Shout out to Wanda Smith. And then she hits Katt with shade immediately. And it was a weird feeling because you give me a hug, you don't give Katt a hug. I don't know, you know, maybe y'all got something between y'all, but, you know, all these people that say they care about the black community, this man just won an Emmy, and you don't speak and say, congratulations, brother, on your Emmy, brother. So she proceeds to say, boy, you going on the radio with us, huh? And Katt was like, no, it's Red's interview. I'm not going even in the station. I'm just here to chill. Boy, get your butt in here. Get in here. Get in here. And I'm like, why is she talking to Katt like a little boy? You know, sometimes people gotta understand respect. We don't have a lot of respect in our community. But that was just showing what type of viciousness she had already planned. Now, I don't have to do this, what I'm doing right now. I'm doing this because I feel like a lot of y'all just talking and y'all don't know what y'all talking about. And y'all can put a lot of y'all can be y'all or whoever the y'all is. I really don't give a fuck. I'm Red Grant, American comedian. Take my craft very seriously. Been in 11 movies. Done 7 specials. Who gives a fuck? Who really gives a fuck? Everybody talking about respect and all that shit. Who gives a fuck? People are so disrespectful in their respect. How you gonna be talking about you respectful and disrespectful at the same time? People be talking, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Period, point blank, nothing. So Katt comes in the studio, puts the headphones on and everything. And here she go, taking shots at my man about his kids. He takes his headphones off, he leaves again. They send a producer after him. He comes back in there. He sits down, he's quiet, which you see what happens after that. The interview starts, and that's what happened. Ooh. Now, what you don't see is during the break, when they're going back and forth at each other. And it's fun, everybody's laughing, you know. But where it went wrong is just, some people say certain things out their mouth, and you know it's disrespectful. Everybody know Katt has history with the law, so why bring up the law if you know that's the history? Because if you bring up what's the history, he's gonna bring up your real shit, and which he did. You're gonna talk about that man's hair, you're gonna talk about off camera the kids. Some things just don't need to be said. So, of course, that happened. Next night, of course, we don't know what happened that night. I was on stage, so I can't say. But it was cameras everywhere. It was witnesses everywhere. And I'm pretty sure if you talk to any witness out there, they're going to tell you the same fucking story. It ain't nobody ran out and a gun fell out their pocket. And that's just makes that. Anyway, this don't sound right. Anyway.
Most comedians don't get booed enough. This is how you end up with a Michael Blackson, who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay,
Stop, you mother suckers!
This guy is mad at me. All I did was give him the best advice of his life. Remember, he was wearing dirty dashikis. And I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa doing comedy. If you
For the African king of comedy, ladies and gentlemen, this is Michael Blackson.
gotta put in some work. And these guys, they take my advice, they change their whole persona, and then they hate me for it. And
You know what? I mean, I'm not gonna say me and Katt been like, best friends or we're friends, but we're more like we've always been like associates. Like,
and I gotta read this script from all these good white people, where this nigga want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent. We can play anything now. We can be playing a dog catcher this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson.
Katt Williams was trying to always say, Brandon, don't wear a dress.
He called you, or is this?
No, he was saying it in the media, so I thought he was heckling me. He was really trying to help me.
And you related to Luda?
No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points.
Winner for the best rap album goes to Ludacris. Is your year, baby.
So y'all telling me all I had to do was cut my hair to win the best rap album? That's what y'all telling me? Huh?
Going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Katt Williams.
We're making billions of fucking
That's
dollars
why. Every time.
bro. And I'm saying that like I'm just giving you my heart. I'm not trying to brag or nothing.
How much money they give? 200.
Sir, Fast and Furious is on what number right
10.
now?
200 million. I might need to get me one of them old women look the same.
Great leader. Great leader. Living legend. That's what we sitting in front of right now.
You know Kanye, I don't know if you've been around Kanye, but from a distance, what do you suspect's going on?
I suspect that we're pretty awful people if we say that somebody got a mental illness and then we watch what they do.
By the time I got to TMZ, I was ramped up. So what was awesome is that the world got to really experience someone in a ramped up state. And that's when you get these comments that just shoot out, like almost like Tourette's. Good cases of bipolar where people go low. I'm one that goes high.
What are we reacting to? You're the one that put him in a position where he thought he was God.
Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a god.
And could call himself Jesus. And you're the one told a guy that writes musical lyrics that he was a genius.
Right.
Kanye the hard way. He's a genius. He's incredible, and I with him.
This dude started a church and kept cussing. Nobody in black church said nothing. You would have thought all the pastors would have came. You can't be no gospel artist. You just said fuck that bitch. Nobody said.
Get that dude, bro. If he
I'm telling you, he was at wilding out, man. I said this before. Katt threw probably like $50,000, $100,000 in the air. I picked up, it was like wads of hundreds. I picked up like $700, $800, and I needed it at the time.
Okay, so once upon a time, I used to go to Wildin' Out a lot, okay? I used to go to Wildin' Out a lot. Everybody on the
Talk that shit, Katt. 2007, my mom died. I'm on tour with Katt. Horrible. My mother was my best friend. I'm messed up. So I'm not working this next weekend coming. I'm finna bury my mom. Katt pays me as if I'm on tour with him. I love him for life for that. Send flowers and everything. I had nothing but good times with Katt. So much fucking fun. Trust me. And I watched him. I was on shows with him. We did colleges during those tours. And we would go to these colleges and Katt would just grab $5,000 and throw it to the audience. You should have seen them kids killing themselves trying to get to it. And me and Lunell was killing ourselves too, because it was a couple of them blew back to the stage. Me and Lunell stepping on the move. Girl, push me. Like I said, fun times. So I got nothing but love for Katt. There ain't nothing he could do to change that. I mean, he put me on them shows. I was paid. He pays well. And 100 times what he was giving me was $500,000. Anyway.
I'm having a discussion with my driver,